Susie Q is finally out of the garage and on the road. So it's crazy to think that we've came this far in such a short amount of time, but the whole goal here was to get this thing to LSFEST this year, and I think we're gonna do it. So let's go over everything that we've got done on this thing since the last video. Let's talk about some future plans, and then obviously we gotta take this thing out for a drive. So we'll start by checking out under the hood. So under here, just a couple things have changed. We got the heat wrap on the crossover pipe, got a little bit of heat wrap on the intake pipe just to kind of mitigate that heat that comes off the cooling fan there. Got the air box all figured out, upstream O2 sensors, got the wideband in here for tuning. Past that, you can't really see the differences, but there's still a few things I got to do, like the oil dipstick tube needs to be put on the rest of the way. We're not worrying about the top of the strut towers until down the road a little bit, just because I still want to be certain of the camber and caster adjustment. This will work just fine. Past that, it's just some wiring stuff that needs to be tidied up to really get it tucked away and looking good. And then we may end up doing some sort of upgrade to the cooling system because it is just a little bit lackluster because that radiator's pretty small and there's not much airflow coming in through these vents. So we might have to open up the license plate even just to get the airflow through there and get it cooled down. So that's about it under the hood. And then on the interior, we have the seats from an 06 Grand Prix GXP, which the Grand Prix guys would know. These just drop right in. So they got the suede in the center, the leather. They're pretty nice seats. This one's got a little bit of a hole in it, no big deal. They pair really well with that Camaro interior. I'm pretty happy with that. Got window switches. They're just popping out right here until I can get this stuff figured out. I'll be able to disconnect that and pop it back in and slap the cover over it for looks. But other than that, kind of a mess in there right now just because right in the middle of the tuning process. So kind of haven't really been worried about keeping it clean. But yeah, I mean, we got the fuel tank all in there. We can go ahead and check that out. Basically just, I still have to get the carpeting finished up back here. Not a big deal. Got the battery back here. Got to shorten these cables and tuck them away. And then the floor is in there. This is where the filler is right now. I'm going to finish out the rest of the floor and then add in a filler neck that comes up over into this taillight and have it flip down just like the black car does. But past that, it's all pretty good. We got plenty of trunk space. Everything is like a normal car, which is one of the most exciting things about this compared to the last one. As you can see, even though it was a little bit of a challenge, not too bad, we have exhaust tips out the back. So I think obviously the next step here is going to be to fire this thing up and finally let you hear what this thing sounds like. Straight piped, 3-inch exhaust, got a wide pipe towards the back, obviously no mufflers, straight pipe, so sounds pretty good. Let's check it out. Now that we've gone over all of that, I think we need to do what all of you want to see the absolute most, which is taking this thing down the road and seeing what it can really do. So I've obviously already driven it a little bit to get the tune sorted out because otherwise it would have been extremely rough. But got it running halfway decent, still needs a lot more work, but let's hop in, take it down the road, see what it does. Okay, so the clutch is a little touchy, but it'll be all right. Here we go. So sick. The thing actually drives like a normal car, which is probably the best part about it. I mean, no crazy vibrations, no clicking and clacking, no crazy turning angles. I mean, everything just feels normal. See, and I thought these pedals would be kind of too far back, but overall, I mean, got a little bend in the knee, but it's not too uncomfortable in here. We might still end up moving them forward, but as of right now, they'll be just fine. All right, we'll do a little one. Here we go. I have yet to do a burnout. We're not going to do that until LSFEST, if we even do it. But here we go. And then we're doing about 8 pounds of boost right now, according to the map sensor and this gauge right here. So, and it still needs a little work. Does all right. I don't know what that pop was right at the end, but I mean, I would say that we still got a lot of work to do with the timing, and obviously a lot of work to do with the fueling. I mean, I've worked it out for the most part, but this car is a speed density tune, no mass airflow sensor, and then obviously there was a lot of changes from the truck stuff to what we have now as far as the tune goes. So it's going to take a little bit of work, especially a novice tuner with, you know, doing a street tune. It's just going to take a lot to get it dialed in to where it needs to be. But so far, it at least drives somewhat okay. Once it gets into boost, it breaks up a little bit, but that should be resolved in due time. So. We'll do a little second gear. Let's see here. Try to get the mic to pick up as much as we can. Yeah, so obviously we get that brake up fixed up where it kind of right when it starts getting into boost, it's not using it like it should. It just breaks up and kind of misses a little bit. We get that sorted out, then we should be good. I mean, the timing really is modest right now because we're not getting really any KR. I mean, I'll get an occasional blip of about 4 degrees of knock retard, but that's really not a lot. That's just because we're dialed way back. Obviously, we don't really want any KR at all, but as of right now, we're on the safe side of things, even with it not running quite right. We need to get a little bit of that crackle and pop in the D cell too, but we're not there yet. See if I can get you to hear the blow up. Probably not. Probably not. A little too loud. Well, there we go. Taking it on a drive. So we got a lot of work to do still as far as once again getting that tune figured out, and then obviously we don't have any gauges or anything like that. I would usually be using my laptop with HP tuners to monitor everything. I just figured we're going on a quick drive, so don't really need to worry about it. I'm going to keep on working on that. We've got an operating car, so now it's just getting the thing dialed in, and then we're going to make that 6.5 hour drive to LSFEST. So if anybody's heading out there in Bowling Green, there's going to be this, the black car. We're taking the G8. Should be a really good time. I mean, we've gone, I went last year and then a couple years before that with the black car. This time we're kind of going all out and taking everything. So we're going to see how that goes, and hopefully you guys will be able to see it too, because we'll have a video covering all that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you're just as excited as I am to get this thing dialed in and see what it can really do. I mean, it rips pretty good when it does get into boost, but it's obviously still got a ways to go before this thing really lets loose. But hopefully we'll get to that soon. So again, catch you guys on the next one. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. It's awesome to see where we're at with the subscriber count, and I just hope to see it keep going up. So thanks again. See you guys on the next one.